A Nova Scotia justice has ordered the Human Rights Commission to accept a complaint about alleged systemic discrimination. Specifically, it's about how only some regulations are enforced when it comes to accessible washrooms. The Commission previously referred it elsewhere. Global's Steve Silva has more, including the Commission's next steps.
Many people wash their hands before eating at restaurants, but not everyone in wheelchairs can, because not all washrooms are fully accessible.
I carry an unnamed hand cleaner with me constantly, which is not a legit answer to this problem.
Paul Vino is part of a group of people who want the Human Rights Commission of Nova Scotia to hear a complaint related to the matter. They say there is systemic discrimination regarding the enforcement of regulations on accessibility to washrooms.
So when a restaurant builds a patio, they have to make that patio accessible, but they don't have to provide an accessible washroom.
Last year, the Commission said it would not accept the complaint, instead referring it to an ombudsman. In a ruling dated Tuesday, Justice Frank Edwards said the decisions of the two human rights officers who looked at the complaint were both unreasonable. He said counsel for the Commission argues that the HRC would be overwhelmed if every inquiry had to be treated as a complaint. I'm not impressed with that argument. Edwards also said that the Human Rights Act states the Commission shall inquire into complaints made to it, and that the officers aren't supposed to screen or filter the complaints they get.
There may in fact be a significant number of individuals who were looking for legal redress for what they perceived to be discrimination, what they thought was discrimination that hasn't actually been fully addressed.
The Nova Scotia Human Rights Commission said no one was available for an interview, but sent a statement reading, "While the Commission will accept direction of the courts to process this particular complaint, the Commission will be appealing the court's interpretation of the Human Rights Act." Steve Silva, Global News, Halifax.